Welcome to the Royal Road School of Carmelite Prayer, where we are currently studying Teresa's commentary on the Our Father as a spiritual path. This commentary can be found in Teresa's classic manual of prayer, The Way of Perfection. And as we get started, we turned our attention towards the Our Father, where we discovered in chapter 27 that Teresa tells us that we are children of God. We are now looking at Who Art in Heaven, that can be found in chapter 28 and 29. And as we continue in chapter 29, Teresa is describing to us how to obtain the Prayer of Recollection. And she tells us that we have not come here to seek a reward in this life. Let us always direct our thoughts to what is lasting and to pay no attention to things here below. So in seeking to attain the Prayer of Recollection, Teresa tells us to turn our eyes inward. Look within yourself. It is there that you will find your Master. He will not fail you. The less you have of exterior consolation, the more He will favor you. He is very merciful, and He never fails persons who are afflicted and despised if they trust Him alone. How may this holy fellowship with our companion, the Saint of Saints, be experienced without any hindrance to the solitude enjoyed between the soul and its spouse, when the soul desires to enter this paradise within itself, to be with its God, and close the door to all the world. I say desires because this recollection is not something supernatural. It is something we can desire and we can achieve ourselves with the help of God. For without His help, we can do nothing, not even have a good thought. This recollection is not the silence of the faculties. No, it's an enclosure of our faculties within the soul. I don't think that speaking with God while thinking of 1,000 vanities would really amount to anything else but turning our backs on Him. All the harm really comes from not understanding that He's near, but imagining Him as far away. In order to acquire the habit of easily recollecting our minds and understanding what we are saying and with whom we are speaking, it is necessary that the exterior senses be recollected and that we give them something with which to be occupied. For indeed, we have heaven within ourselves, since the Lord of heaven is there. We must disengage ourselves from everything to approach God interiorly. May it be only for a moment that I remember that I have company within myself. Doing this is very beneficial. It isn't necessary to shout in order to speak with Him, for His Majesty will give the experience that He is present. With this method, we shall pray vocally with much calm. Difficulties will be removed. His Majesty is very fond of taking away our difficulties. Sisters, let me tell you that out of love for the Lord, get used to praying the Our Father with this recollection, and you will see the benefit before long. This is a manner of praying that the soul quickly gets used to. It doesn't go astray, nor do the faculties become restless. Try this method. Yes, there may be some struggle, but everything involves struggle before the habit is acquired. Before long, it will be consoling for you to know where to find this Holy Father. I never knew what it was to pray with satisfaction until the Lord taught me this method. I have enlarged on it because I have always found so many benefits from this habit of recollection. It simply involves a gradual increase in self-control and an end to vain wandering from the right path. It means conquering, which is making use of one's senses for the sake of the inner life. If you speak, strive to remember that the one with whom you are speaking is present within. If you listen, remember that you are going to hear one who is very close to you when he speaks. Bear in mind that you can, if you want, avoid ever withdrawing from such good company. Be sorry that for a long time you left your Father alone. You are so much in need of him. If you can, practice this recollection often during the day. If not, do so just a few times, and you will come to experience the benefit. Once this recollection is given by the Lord, you will not exchange it for any treasure. Nothing is learned without a little effort, sisters. Consider as well employed the attention you give to this method of prayer. I know that if you try, that within a year or perhaps a half a year, you will acquire it by the favor of God. You are laying a good foundation. If the Lord should desire to raise you to higher things, he will discover in you the readiness, finding that you are close to him. May it please his majesty that we not consent to withdrawing from his presence. Amen.